I know it's in here somewhere. I know it is. Well, well, well. What do we have here? I'm gonna be very well acquainted with this number soon. There's the big reveal y'all been asking for. Let's just take a walk around the outside. The thing just got cleaned because they knew it was getting passed to a new person, so they usually get cleaned. Look at this. All nice and shiny. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is my new ride. This is it. Now I'll tell you a bit more about this bus, but first, it is extremely hot out here. So I'm gonna come inside and crank it up for the first time and let the air condition do its magic. This bus still smells new. That is freaky. What in the world? So I'm going to crank this thing up for the first time and get myself some air condition. Wow, hello. I heard that kick in. Why are you beeping at me already? Oh, no, duh. I know there's low air. Cranky, cranky. All right. Look how clean the ceiling is. I need to sweep the floor. The mechanics have been in and out of here a little bit, so it's a little bit sandy. Hi guys, me again. So, in case you missed my YouTube post, welcome to me in the middle of the edit. Apparently my GoPro thinks it's funny to just lose the middle half of a video. Or either I pressed record and it didn't record. I'm not entirely sure how this happened. But, welcome to the makeshift studio. Most of what I was doing in the middle of this video was talking about the things that were different on the bus, most of which I remember off the top of my head. So I'm just going to kind of give you a brief rundown of what I had talked about in the middle of this video to kind of just tell you what's different about the bus. And then hopefully in the coming days, once I start doing actual vlogs working, you'll be able to kind of see some of it in action. Most of it was me walking around the cabin of the bus just talking. So, you know, I guess I could sit down and do it here. I'm so irritated though that my GoPro did that. But yeah, there's nothing fancy about this studio you see me in. It's literally my PC and a light and a webcam and that black curtain behind me. But basically the main differences with this new 2021 bus, or new to me 2021 bus, the first thing being it has a 100-gallon fuel tank. For those of you if you're new, if this is your first time watching any of my stuff, my previous bus had a 60-gallon fuel tank. Not that there's anything inherently wrong with that, but it meant that I was refueling about every day and a half to 2 days, sometimes 2.5 days if I just got lucky. So I was refueling quite a lot. A 100-gallon tank gives me a lot more room. A lot of people can make it through the entire week with their 100 gallons. Some people who have short routes, I've heard, can make it closer to 2 weeks. I don't see that happening because my route is quite long and I have to do the high school shuttle. So that probably won't happen. But I'm hoping maybe to push it to a week between fueling. Which would be nice because then I can just pick a day of the week, like, I don't know, Tuesday afternoon or something. I can say, okay, Tuesday afternoon, that's going to be my fueling day, and I'll go Tuesday afternoon and do it, and just do it once a week. I'm definitely not going to do it on Friday night because that's when everybody else decides to do it. So that is one of the things I'm really, really glad about, is finally having a 100-gallon fuel tank. There were some clips in the video of me kind of walking through the cabin and admiring how clean it was. The ceiling on 99 had gotten very dirty. It was sort of coated in this like black, smutty type substance. I'm not dirt and grime, and it had solidified itself into the ceiling so badly that by the time I got the bus, the only way to get it off was with your fingernails and just an insane amount of Clorox wipes. And not knowing whether this bus was about to get retired, I was like, I really don't want to take an entire Saturday in the heat to try and do this. So I let it slide. Naturally, getting on a bus that's now only 4 years old, with this one, the first thing I noticed was, wow, the ceiling is very clean, for that reason. And along the same lines, I was looking at the seat cushions, and the seat cushions all look fresh. They don't look as old. They don't look as worn. And then following that, I noticed the floor. Same kind of thing. I got 99 was already very dirty and very worn, as far as the floor goes, when I got her. So I wasn't able to do much in the way of preventative cleaning every once in a while because I was kind of playing catch up. She was already in such a state that I was kind of trying to just do what I could to limp her along till retirement. Whereas this bus is only 4 years old and it's already at a good state, so I can just do preventative things along and along to keep it there, providing my kids don't, try to destroy the inside of it, which we'll see. I'm going to tell them on the first day two things, like, number one, here's your bus number now, it's different, and then number two, keep this one clean or I'll zip tie you to the front of the bus and make you ride home that way. I wouldn't really do that for legal reasons, but you get what I'm saying. A couple of the other things that are new to me about this 2021. It has an actual trash can holder up front. So whereas normally I would have to take a 5-gallon bucket up there and just use that as a trash can, I don't have to do that anymore. And it has said trash can already on board. So I went ahead and fastened it there. The dashboard's a little bit different, but not completely different. The info display in the message board in the middle is a little bit... They changed the look of it. It's now like green, or in 2021 it was green, and they made it wider. Other than that, and there now being an orange section in the air gauges, there's not a whole lot different on the actual instrument panel, which is good, and I'll explain why in a minute. The crossover mirrors out in front of the hood are not full circle like they were on 99. They are, you may have seen it in the clip where I was walking around the front, they are half moon. I'm not sure, crescent moon, half moon, whatever you want to call it, which is fine, and aesthetically they look better, but one downside is I cannot see the front 8 ways through them, which is okay. And I just realized every time I move, I'm bumping my desk, so the camera's probably shaking up there. Sorry about that. Every time... Okay. The bus has a fast idle switch, an actual fast idle switch, which is good. That's a cool feature. I don't have to do it on the cruise control anymore, but Thomas being Thomas, for whatever reason, the fast idle switch is not a direct command. It's more of a hint. You can hint at the bus to go into fast idle, and it usually will. It will go into fast idle, but if you turn the switch off, say you're shutting down, it will not. It will not drop back to low idle. I still have to do it with the brake pedal. Minor irritation. I don't know why Thomas does that, but it is what it is. Speaking of the brake pedal, I remember from previous experience with 171 that the brake pedal is quite soft, as opposed to 99 being very, very firm. So a minor change there I'll have to get to. And speaking of previous experience with 171, coincidentally, 2 drivers ago, it was my trainer who was driving this bus, meaning that 171 actually was the very first school bus I ever drove and the one I trained on. So I'm actually no stranger to this bus. It was, I don't want to say a weird full circle moment, but in a way it kind of was. The air conditioning on this bus seems to be very good. During the filming of the GoPro clip, which apparently doesn't exist, thank you GoPro for that. During the filming of that clip, I had turned the fans down to like low medium so that it wasn't deafening and you could hear me talking on camera. And it was still bearable inside the bus. It wasn't like it was struggling. So I'm fairly certain that if I turned the air conditioner up to its full power, that even on a hot day, it would be, moderate, even down to comfortable, dare I say slightly cool inside the bus. I've seen it with other buses. 99 never had stellar air condition. That's just kind of how she was. I just kind of dealt with it. But if you remember the incident at the end of last school year where the air conditioner actually started to conk out, so especially with it being up in the hundreds right now, with crazy humidity, I'm really, really looking forward to having a bus with really good air conditioning. The thing was cleaned when I got out there. You probably could see in the walk around. I mean, the rims and tires were polished to a T. I know the guy that goes out there and cleans them when they're getting passed down to a new driver. The paint was surprisingly young. Just little stuff like that you don't think about when you drive an older bus, but now that I'm standing next to a new one, I'm looking at it, and the paint was like richer in color. It wasn't faded. It was like shiny. You could just about see a reflection in it. The inside is like the plastic isn't fading. There's not just oddball dust in the spots that you can never get out that just gets there with age. There's really not any of that. It's the floor is, I can actually tell what color it was supposed to be, black and gray. I didn't know that with 99. I was like, oh, the floor is black, but is it really? It's kind of like dirty. Just has that like perma dirt to it. Doesn't matter how much you clean it, it's just going to look like that. Yeah, this bus hasn't got there, and I hope it doesn't. I'm going to try to make sure it doesn't, as long as I have it. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. It's very bittersweet because I will always have a soft spot for 99, being the first permanent bus assignment I ever got, and the first bus I had to kind of build this YouTube page with. So yeah, that's pretty much an assessment of the differences between my 2012 bus 99 and 2021 bus 171. I guarantee I'm going to mess that up on the radio. I'm going to try to call somebody and accidentally identify as 99. May take some getting used to, but yeah, that's pretty much a wrap up of what the GoPro apparently tried to throw away. The last thing for that is I did fully intend to go into this summer and record some studio type stuff with what you see on screen right here, and I just never got around to it. So I'm sorry, but it did give me time to go deal with my other job and spend some time with the family and whatnot. We went on a cruise, so, you know, obviously I ate way too much food. But my point is, it was a good brain break, so, you know, is what it is. I know you guys have missed the videos. I got loads of comments and people asking about 99, so now we know. So I'm going to turn this bright light off that's in my face, and resume with what the GoPro did actually capture, which was me basically walking around the yard. I tried to go find 99, could not find 99, so I took a brief look at one of the new CEs, and then walked back over to 171 and kind of did an outro and then left because it was hot. So yeah, I'm terribly sorry about this very unconventional first look. I know this is kind of a disappointment. I was extremely pissed off when I was sitting here editing this literally 30 seconds before I did this, and I was like, where is it? There's like a massive chunk of the entire middle of the video where the actual good content was about me showing stuff, and apparently the GoPro didn't keep any of it. So, but it kept every other clip around that. I still have not figured out how that happened. I don't know why they sometimes do that, but yeah, thank you for your patience. Thank you for bearing with me during technical difficulties. Here's all our brand new CEs that came in, 2026 models. I've never really done a proper first look on these, but that door's fixed shut. Oh, there's the release. Okay. So obviously these are different a little bit. Let's come up in here. Now that looks exactly like my floor mat, but I know it's not my floor mat because my floor mat is in my truck. So yeah, I like the LEDs running down. Zane's already got his steering wheel cover. A little bit different than a C2, but I think he's gonna like it. I think he told me so far he likes it. We'll see how we get on. I really like the dashboard. But yeah, just wanted to pop in here and take a quick look. Guys, I'm sorry. I have been all over this yard, down the fence, down the sub line, the sick bay, the main line. Unless I'm just a blind idiot, I do not know where 99 currently is. She may be on a road test if they were fixing something. I don't know. Her sister's right here. We had, so there's another 1201s right there. We had 6 2012s. All 6 of them, I call them the sister 6. They've all been pulled out of the main line together. So yeah, that was the final decision. As far as I know, most of the 14s are still in service. So yeah, I can't find 99, but here's one of her 12 sisters next to my new 21. So I think that's probably a pretty fitting way. We got a 12 and a 21 next to each other, so I think that's a pretty fitting way to end this video. I hope you enjoyed the first look of 171. Stay tuned for more bus vlogs as the school year starts to pick up again. Thank you so much for watching. Stay cool in this heat. I'll see you either in the comment section or the next video, whatever suits your fancy.